This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio, the news read by Kaushik Rai. The nation will today join Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call to switch off lights of their homes at 9 p.m. for 9 minutes and light up diyas, candles or mobile flashlights to display the nation's collective spirit to defeat the coronavirus. In a video message a couple of days back, the Prime Minister had said, "We will experience the superpower of light, clearly illuminating the common purpose we are all fighting for." He said, "Amidst the darkness spread by the corona pandemic, we must continuously progress towards light and hope." He said, "This is certainly the time for a lockdown and we most certainly are confined to our homes, but none of us are alone." Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday chaired a joint meeting of the empowered groups constituted for planning and ensuring implementation of COVID-19 response activities in the country. He reviewed countrywide preparedness regarding availability of hospitals, proper isolation and quarantine facilities, as well as disease surveillance, testing and critical care training. The Prime Minister also directed the concerned groups and officials to ensure sufficient production, procurement and availability of all essential medical equipment such as personal protection equipment, PPEs, masks, gloves and ventilators. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump held a detailed discussion on the coronavirus crisis on Saturday and resolved to deploy the full strength of the Indo-US strategic partnership to fight the global pandemic. Mr. Modi also had separate telephonic conversations with Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez Perez Castillo, during which the leaders deliberated upon the situation arising out of the COVID-19 pandemic. "We had good discussions and agreed to deploy the full strength of the Indo-US partnership to fight COVID-19, Mr. Modi wrote on Twitter on his extensive telephonic conversation with President Trump. With Brazilian President Bolsonaro, Mr. Modi discussed the global situation in the wake of the pandemic. The Indian Prime Minister assured the Brazilian President of all possible support in this difficult hour, and the two leaders said their officials would remain in regular touch with respect to the COVID-19 situation and its emerging challenges, the Prime Minister's office said. In his conversation with Pedro Sanchez Perez Castillo, the President of the government, which is equivalent to Prime Minister of Spain, Mr. Modi discussed the global challenge posed by COVID-19. Prime Minister Modi conveyed his deepest condolences to Mr. Perez Castillo for the tragic loss of lives in Spain and offered his prayers for a speedy recovery of those still suffering from the disease. New Delhi has said it has seen the intemperate remarks by Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan on India. In response to a query, MES spokesperson Ravish Kumar said that with regard to the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir, it is very clear that Pakistan has no locus standi whatsoever on any aspect pertaining to it. He said, "Repeated attempts to interfere in India's internal affairs will not make its untenable claims of any more acceptable." Mr. Kumar said if Pakistan wants to contribute to the welfare of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, it can do so best by ending cross-border terrorism and desisting from its campaign of violence and false propaganda. The number of coronavirus cases mounted to 445 in the national capital Delhi on Saturday, with 59 fresh cases being reported, according to Delhi Health Department. The total includes 301 people who took part in a religious congregation of the Tablighi Jamaat in Nizamuddin last month. Among the fresh cases, 42 were from the Nizamuddin area. The health department said in a statement that 15 people have been discharged and one has migrated out of the country. In an online briefing on Wednesday, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said 536 people were admitted to different hospitals and 1,810 sent to quarantine facilities from the Nizamuddin area where the religious congregation took place. The civic authorities have carried out mass sanitization and a disinfection drive in Nizamuddin over the last few days using drones and other measures. Financial support continues to pour in from the sporting fraternity in the country's fight against COVID-19, with Hockey India on Saturday donating an additional ₹75 lakh towards the PM Cares Fund to take its total contribution to 1 crore. Hockey India had earlier donated 25 lakhs towards the cause on the 1st of April. The decision to donate an additional 75 lakh rupees was taken by the Hockey India Executive Board. Ace golfer Anirban Lahiri also donated a sum of rupees 7 lakhs to the PM Cares Fund. In these grave times that we face today, I urge my fans and brethren to join me in doing our bit to support those in most need. I have pledged rupees 7 lakh to the PM Cares Fund and support 100 families on the Zomato Feeding India initiative, Lahiri tweeted. A gang battle in Mexico has left at least 19 people dead in the northern state of Chihuahua, officials said. At least 5 armed clashes have occurred in the Madera community so far this year, local authorities have said. According to earlier reports, the bloodshed occurred Friday evening when alleged hitmen of the Gente Neva group, part of the Sinaloa cartel, were driving on a dirt road in Madera. They were ambushed by men from the opposing group La Linea, part of the Juarez cartel. Responding authorities seized 18 long firearms, 1 shot, 2 vehicles, and 2 grenades at the site of the clash. And with that, we end this news bulletin.
Many of you watching this are now at home to protect your health and that of those nearest you. But there is much you can do to stay healthy at home, like eating a healthy and nutritious diet, avoiding sugary drinks, not smoking, and being physically active. Take a walk if you can go outside. Do an online workout or yoga, and don't sit in the same position for long periods. Getting up and moving for at least 3 minutes several times a day helps. Caring for your mental health is also key. You can do this by talking with people you trust, listening to music, reading a book, or playing a game.
We now have for you a talk on the mental health in Corona lockdown. This is scripted and voiced by Jaidev Sagar.
The coronavirus pandemic poses an obvious threat to physical safety, but advocates stress that Indians shouldn't sleep on their mental health. We are under lockdown, and behavioral issues are very important under such situation. It is a new process. If there are any behavioral issues or lack of understanding, the Indian government with all Indian institutes have been trying to provide guidance. The government has launched a toll-free helpline number as well. The number is 08046110007 for people who may face any mental health issue due to the ongoing countrywide lockdown to contain the spread of coronavirus. Love Agarwal, Joint Secretary, the Ministry of Health, at the press briefing explained, "We request everyone to fight unitedly against this disease. So if we see any mental health issue, then all institutes are equipped to provide you with the best and necessary support." Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced a nationwide lockdown on March 24 for 21 days in order to arrest the spread of coronavirus. Earlier, WHO had informed us that coronavirus crisis and the restrictive measures that many countries are taking to contain the outbreak can have a negative impact on people's mental health and well-being. Here are some tips we hope will help you, your friends, and your family to look after your mental health at a time when there is much discussion of potential threat to our physical health. Looking after your mental health while you stay at home. The government is telling us to stay at home and only go outside for food, health reasons, or essential work, to stay 2 meters away from one another and wash our hands as soon as we get home. This will mean that more of us will be spending a lot of time at home, and many of our regular social activities will no longer be available to us. It will help to try and see it as a different period of time in your life and not necessarily a bad one, even if you didn't choose it. Create a new daily routine that prioritizes looking after yourself. You could try reading more or watching movies, having an exercise routine, trying new relaxation techniques, or finding new knowledge on internet. Try and rest and view this as new, if unusual experience that might have its benefits. Try to avoid speculations and look up reputable sources on the outbreak rumor. And speculation can fuel anxiety. Having access to good quality information about the virus can help you feel more in control. You can get up-to-date information and advice on the virus by Indian government websites. Stay in touch with friends on social media, but try not to sensationalize things. If you are sharing content, use this from trusted sources, and remember that your friends might be worried too. Also remember to regularly assess your social media activity. Tune in with yourself and ask if they need to be adjusted. Are there particular accounts or people that are increasing your worry or anxiety? Consider muting or unfollowing accounts or hashtags that cause you to feel anxious. Talk to your children. Involving our family and children in our plans for good health is essential. We need to be alert and ask children what they have heard about the outbreak and support them without causing them alarm. We need to minimize the negative impact it has on our children and explain the fact to them. Discuss the news with them, but try and avoid overexposure to the coverage of virus. Be as truthful as possible. Try to anticipate distress. It is okay to feel vulnerable and overwhelmed as we read news about the outbreak, especially if you have experienced trauma or a mental health problem in the past, or if you have a long-term physical health condition that makes you more vulnerable to the effects of coronavirus. It's important to acknowledge these feelings and remind each other to look after our physical and mental health. We should also be aware of and avoid increasing habits that may not be helpful in long term, like smoking and drinking. Try not to make assumptions. Don't judge people and avoid jumping to conclusions about who is responsible for the spread of the disease. The coronavirus can affect anyone, regardless of gender, ethnicity, sex, or religion. Try to manage how you follow the outbreak in the media. There is an extensive news coverage about the outbreak. If you can find that the news is causing you huge stress, it is important for you to find the balance. It is best that you don't avoid all news and that you keep informing and educating yourself, but limit your news intake if it's bothering you. And lastly, take each day as it comes. Much about the future of the pandemic remains unknown, and it's easy to feel a sense of impending doom. Try to shorten the time frame of your perspective. If you find yourself going to, what if the world is going to end? You want to bring it back a little closer to, what am I going to do in the next 2 days? What I'm going to do today? And what does it look right now?
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Chandni Pawar, posted at a government hospital in Solan, Himachal Pradesh. As everybody is aware about the coronavirus pandemic that has spread across the world, there are a few things that you should know about the coronavirus. It is a highly contagious virus and can infect people of all age groups. But population at high risk includes people above 60 years of age and people with comorbidities like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, immunodeficient states like liver disease, kidney disease, or heart disease. The government is doing their part, and we need to do our part in order to control the spread of the infection. Flu OPDs are being made in every hospital, so you should know who should visit a flu OPD. Any person who has a travel history from foreign in past 1 month and who are symptomatic, like they have high-grade fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing, should visit a flu OPD. If you don't have a travel history in past 1 month, but you have features like high-grade fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing, you should visit a flu OPD. If you have running nose or sore throat, but no fever or no difficulty in breathing, you should stay at home. If you only have cough with no fever and no difficulty in breathing, you should stay at home. All around the world, the specialists have agreed that there is only one solution, and that is social distancing. So be vigilant. Stay at home, wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer frequently. Practice social distancing and avoid crowded places. Do not hide your travel history. Report to your nearest health facility in case of symptoms and be patient. Help your medical facilities by staying at home. Do not panic, follow rules. It is for your safety and our safety and for the better future of our country. Thank you.
Namaste. Governments and health experts around the world have requested us to stay at home and not venture out. Yet, I hear about people not taking it seriously. I even saw videos of people playing cricket in these times. I'm sure everyone feels like playing and meeting their friends. But this is really harmful for the nation right now. We shouldn't mistake this lockdown for a holiday. Please remember, we the people are the oxygen and coronavirus the fire. The only way to stop this virus from claiming more lives is by cutting off its oxygen supply, which means not stepping out of our homes. The least we can do to honor these brave doctors, nurses, and others fighting this war is to follow their instructions. My family and I haven't met our friends for the last 10 days, and we will continue to do so for the next 21 days. See this as an opportunity to spend quality time with your family. Save yourself, the community, our country, and the whole world from this virus. Thank you.
Namaskar everyone. I am Araf Kumar. I study in class 9D at Sri Venkateshwar International School. Today I will tell you what does exactly lockdown means and how I am engaging myself in today's situation. So firstly, I would seek your attention towards a DDA park of Dwarka Sector 7. So, as you can see, there is not even a single person in that park.
Roving microphone peeks into your home, bringing you life in a lockdown.
Friends, namaste and greetings from Professor Kavita Thaplyal, Noida. As the whole world is engulfed from the pandemic called COVID-19 or novel coronavirus, let's be self-aware and try to make the community more educated by sharing the facts and imbibing health guidelines shared by WHO. By COVID-19, we mean coronavirus disease in the year 2019, and by pandemic, we mean that it has spread worldwide. It is called novel coronavirus as it is new and has no vaccines yet. Friends, social distancing and best health practices can truly help curb it. Stay maximum at home. Use masks, gloves and sanitizers. Wash hand regularly for 20 minutes. Sanitize your surroundings. Eat healthy food and drink warm water. If going out in emergency, maintain at least 2-meter distance between individuals. Stay positive and indulge in your hobbies. Do regular exercise. Pray to God. This will help us overcome the pandemic Corona-19.
Roving microphone peeks into your home, bringing you life in a lockdown. Beyond gratitude, there are things you can do to help boost your immune system. In our series, Cleanliness is Next to Godliness, I will be telling you some very important things which contribute a lot in keeping up with your immunity. Well, preoccupation with germs is one thing. A healthy respect for hygiene is another, especially since many people and products travel globally. Today I offer essential cleaning tips. Hands-on, washing your hands after using the restrooms eliminates 80% of dangerous germs. Use warm water and soap for a full 20 seconds. 4 rounds of happy birthday if you prefer humming to counting. Second tip, hands off. Avoid touching your face. Germs enter via eyes, nose and mouth. Some adults touch their face up to 100 times a day. Children do it even more. Beware of hotspots. There are 5 places in the home where germs love to lurk: kitchen sponges and dishcloths, the air blown from a running vacuum cleaner, the washing machine, a toilet during a flush, and the kitchen trash can. Ideally, you should change the sponges every week or sanitize them with chlorine water. Replace the vacuum bag once a month. Wash your clothes with an antimicrobial laundry additive. Keep the toilet lid down while flushing. Disinfect toothbrushes regularly. Disinfect the inside of the trash can each time the liner is replaced. Slice safely. Don't forget to clean the cutting board. There are 200 times more fecal bacteria on the average home cutting board than on toilet seat. Immediately after use, wash with hot soapy water and rinse well. Pat dry with paper towels, then air dry completely. Handle with care. Be mindful of places touched by wet hands. The refrigerator handle, the cabinet where the garbage can sits, and the sink handles. Scrub right. Use disinfectant and antimicrobial cleaning products and heed instructions. If advised to leave a product on for 10 minutes, do so. Then wipe off with water. Clean sink drains by running water and pouring little bleach down them. Watch the wash. Doing laundry in cold water saves energy but spares the germs. The dryer kills more microbes. Try and use warm water. Disinfect telephones and remote controls. They are the best germ hideouts. It's wise to keep disinfecting wipes. So friends, be safe and stay healthy. Connect with us same time, same channel for another tip of the day.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jayanti Datta. In this trying time of coronavirus, you must remember that in this fight, we are not alone. The whole world is with us. But at the same time, you must adhere to the instructions repeatedly given to us by the Health Ministry. That is, we must maintain the precautions like use the mask, use the soap water for washing the hands at regular intervals, also sanitize your hands, maintain the distance, and preferably don't step out of the house at all. If you must, then please wear your mask and then walk out. This is a trying time where apart from your physical well-being, your mental well-being is also of paramount importance. Mind you, even if you are asked to remain in isolation, it's different than being lonely. Isolation does not mean you're gonna be lonely. It's only for your own benefit and for the benefit of your loved ones. In this trying time, to maintain the positivity of your psyche is of utmost importance, because your positive thinking enhances your immune system. And to do that, you must use positive imagery. This is one of the therapeutic techniques which we very often follow. Whatever positive things happened in your life, remember them. Go into your long-term memory, go down the memory lane and rehearse that. Preferably, if you can, make your other family members also do that. And when you rehearse this, let others also share their bit of the story. And this certainly creates a kind of a positive interaction. At the same time, you should spend some time listening to the music. It's been proven through research that the musical vibrations definitely enhances your immune system. So, positive thinking, positive imagery, sharing these imagery with your loved ones, and then listening to music certainly enhances your immune system. You should not give in to negative feelings like anxiety, depression. These are the things, if you just say no to it and deny their entry into your psyche, Whenever you feel little low, just share, sing out. Let other members sing their songs to you. I'm sure you will get rid of this. And remember, coronavirus was not there till yesterday. It's gonna be going out from our lives very soon. As it is, India is doing fairly well compared to the other nations. So I'm sure together we'll fight it out. All the best. These are trying times when India fights COVID-19. Let's all become the ambassadors of light to dispel the darkness of coronavirus out from our country. Maintaining the precautions, let's all light the lamps at 9 p.m. tonight.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छां हि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठेत् गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम्